Welcome to an hour of power. Each week at this time we join
with Brad Mad Hummers Humble and Arian Two Dads Inga Kirkpatrick
in an hour of inspiration for daily living. Learn how you can pack your life with the power of possibility thinking. Find the answers you've been looking for. Stay tuned. We have good news for you today.
G'day and welcome to the greatest podcast on earth, 9from9. We are in episode 11 of season 1, nearly at the end of the season. I'm Mad Hummers. This is my dear friend Two Dads.
That's me.
And everybody's friend Ron.
Well, hopefully we'll have a bit more to say this week.
There's been a discussion about his input this week from the great Neville Trollope.
Yeah.
He's like, is this the famous Ron that's always on there? I've got to step him up. Okay. Well, it's great to have you. We've decided we're going to do this once a fortnight now so that we can continue with our vast content and actually get some work done at the same time. So, how have you been, sir?
Yeah, good.
You don't seem as chirpy today as you were yesterday.
No, we mean your last episode.
No, I mean yesterday as in yesterday.
Yesterday? Was it yesterday? Okay. No, it was work.
Bloody work getting in the way of
Bloody work.
everything.
Ruining my motivation for the gym.
Well, it's nice to be talking to you. That's good. So we've got some things. Big news with that IPF PA.
Very interesting.
Robbie Wilkes thing, debacle. You would not find a person who finds it more humorous than me. I laughed and laughed. We don't need to worry about lifter of the month.
You're still got that?
Well, yeah, lifter of the week, sorry, which we've converted again. This is two now that we've had for a month. Big Vlad and now Yuri. I'm pleasantly aroused that someone's got that ability. So Yuri Belkin, still our lifter of the month. Do you want to start on this debacle or should I? You go. I want to hear what you got to say about it.
So I'm interested in what the future of PA will hold after this. Like, what's the point in competing in that federation if you don't have the ability to go further? Suddenly you're cornered into this tiny little federation inside of Australia which won't allow you to go to the Worlds for IPF, which is the reason, I suppose, what allowed Australians to compete in the IPF.
Yes. Well, for those that don't know, you're living under a rock.
Maybe we should tell them.
Yeah, you're living under a rock. Get out. On the 12th of November in the Czech Republic, the IPF held a meeting and voted 2/3 majority.
Oh, 2/3 majority.
Yeah, well, that's what's required.
Yeah.
So they voted with more than that. Apparently it was a resounding vote with only one vote in the favour of PA. That's, I can't tell you how I've heard that information, but I will just say. So I'm just going to read off what they've got here. But they've excluded Powerlifting Australia, the Oceania Powerlifting Federation, and, surprise, surprise, Mr. Robert Wilkes from the IPF and all its activities. Well, he's a fucking idiot, so I'm glad he's not involved in it anymore. He's an absolute dickhead. And those motions were principally to come into effect immediately. So, old Wilksy boy, in all his wisdom, they were discussing the OPF, Oceania Championships, which are 6th to the 10th of December. That one's been held in Singapore, from what I understand. So then they've decided to move back that exclusion from Robert Wilkes is kicked out immediately, but Powerlifting Australia and the OPF have until midnight, I think it is, on the 10th of December. So as of then, they're no longer a part of the IPF. So you compete in PA to go to the IPF Worlds? Not anymore.
Nope.
Not any fucking more. And I think it's fucking hilarious. I think it's absolutely hilarious that this has happened. You can't fucking tell me. So the difference between, this is what I say,
I must say I'm biased because I've been stung by them. Them just the shit that small dealing I've had with them has just been completely negative, and it steered me away from them completely.
Yep. There's good people that compete in the IPF. There are good people that are on the board of Powerlifting Australia. Sorry, there are good people that are on the board. I know Barbarian Strength, Rob Murrell's gym. He's an awesome guy, fantastic bloke. And I hope that those people don't get burnt too hard because they're good people who actually care about the sport. Robert Wilkes, he's a fuckhead who cares about Robert Wilkes. And I am so happy, and I hope no other federation allows him to be involved in their running or even coming to watch a competition. I really don't. And if you've got a problem with that, Robert Wilkes, feel free to contact me and we can discuss these points further. Or we could meet face to face, which I know you wouldn't because you're a fucking coward. Now, what I don't like, and I've never liked about PA, is the inability to compete for PA and then come back to another federation.
Yeah.
Right?
Ridiculous.
That's absolute horseshit. I don't like the fact that I have seen members of Powerlifting Australia, while competing with Powerlifting Australia, inject anabolic steroids into themselves.
Sure, that's doesn't count.
Yeah, and claim to be clean athletes in a clean federation. You know, you can't even fucking talk to somebody who's on the PA banned list if you want to be in PA. It's a fucking debacle. We know someone very, very close to us that was having a conversation with someone who was on the banned list. I think it was at a Pro Raw event a year or two ago. You're out.
See you later.
Because you were talking to them at a sanctioned event. Come on.
Is that because they're concerned that you'll get it through
I
osmosis?
think, yes, you may contract gear. I feel so strong now. I've got all of your shit in me. So, yeah, the whole federation's been a fucking laughable joke. I can tell you right now, an organisation with the size of the IPF are not going to make a decision like this lightly and would have had a lot of evidence-based information, factual information, to even have to put this forward for a vote. For a resounding vote where one person said, nah, keep them. Wonder who that would have been. Where one person said that, give me a break. It was the best thing to happen to this sport in a long, long time. Now, IPF itself, they just think they're the only federation in the world, though, because everything has to be IPF approved.
Yeah.
Why? It's fucking stupid.
Why would you put yourself through the pain of having to deadlift with a straight bar?
Yeah, but all the equipment's got to be IPF approved, this, that and the other, so it's just a load of wanky shit. They just like to say, my cock's bigger than yours, and it's the only one in the world, really.
Probably correct, though, like mine.
Yeah, we've got chodes.
Yeah. Something in the water down in Bunbury.
Yep. So I think it's cool. I think fuck off, Wilkes.
It'll be interesting to see what happens in the future with Powerlifting Australia, whether it continues.
Well, what happens now? Is there another federation that needs to try and become affiliated with IPF and their stringent rules? Which, in fairness, we all know that there were people in PA that didn't get tested because they were on the gear. So, what do we do? How do we work that? I don't know.
So, what I'm more interested in the fact that in 12 months, 2 years' time, if this federation completely falls apart because there's nobody being members in it, where are these members going to go?
Well, there's a number of federations.
There is a number of federations, but then it's just going to... I think it's going to be good for the sport in the sense that more members to a single federation will improve coverage.
Yes.
So then it's going to improve the sport.
Well, I think the elite lifters that are PA lifters anyway are elite lifters. Bring them over to a GPC comp or a WRPF comp or whatever you want to do. They're going to be more than competitive. They're still going to do well. It's all a moral thing. Can I stick a bloody 21 gauge in me or not?
No.
Oh, it's dangerous, it's scary.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I hope all those guys actually just pack their shits with them now and fuck off from it.
But then, is there going to be another federation that pops up, which is then IPF approved?
Yeah.
Is that just going to...
Yeah. But they've got to go through the approval process. You can't just go and join the IPF.
So I couldn't just go join the...
You could, but you've got a lot of hoops to go through.
Just hit them up and go, look, I want to be IPF approved. And they'll go, yeah, sure, no problem.
It's probably pretty easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't we start a federation?
Let's do it.
Oh fuck! Imagine if Henry found out. Jesus, we've got enough federations. Christ, you've got to get his permission too.
And get Henry's permission?
You have to.
Okay, I'll write him a letter.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Oh no, don't bother. So, then there's been a resurgence of the APL, the Australian Powerlifting League, which I find intriguing because the APL being part of the IPL, right, the International Powerlifting League, that's the federation or the banner that it's coming under in Australia. It was bought in a couple of years ago by some halfwit who fucked it up for everybody and took their money and ran. But it's back, and it does seem to be quite legit. And look, the IPL is not a bunch of weak people. There's a lot of strong lifters. I mean, I went over and competed USPA for a couple of comps, and there were some ridiculous lifters over there. They have a tested federation. So there is USPA tested and non-tested. So what I'm interested in is the APL looking at possibly becoming a tested federation, trying to comply and then affiliate with the IPF and the IPL. I don't know. Can you cohabit?
I don't think IPF would like that.
No, they wouldn't. They'd want it all about them.
Yeah.
But maybe that federation could have a tested and non-tested federation.
IPF.
No, the APL. So the APL tested could be an IPF affiliate, and the APL non-tested.
I think the fact that would exist inside that federation, it would just not get approval. It would just not get approval.
I know it wouldn't. Yeah. I just wanted to create a rumour.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, that's it.
Everybody knows it.
It's on the internet.
The IPF, I don't want fucking anything happen. They'll probably want to call it IPF Australia. Fucking meatheads. How good is it though? It was held in Pilsen in the Czech Republic, this meeting. Headquarters. IPF. I reckon it's pretty cool that this has occurred.
I was quite entertained when I saw it as well.
Yeah. That's done.
That's done.
Yeah, let's fuck that off.
I think we've talked enough about that.
Yeah, it's bullshit anyway. Now we've had it with the Bonsoff.
Bonsoff.
The famous Bonsoff. This has given me the shits early in the piece. So, come on, down you go. There we are.
Clever man can operate blind.
Oh, you learn shit every day, don't you? I can operate a Venetian blind. And I know it's called a Venetian blind.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
So, the Bonsoff has gone on hold because we're still waiting on some particular FIFO members who have big heads.
Big heads. I'm pretty sure they're going to be up there on the contenders list.
I am going to take this title of the biggest head in the gym. And then what I think we'll do is we'll throw it out to everybody else to see who has the biggest head in powerlifting.
The biggest head in powerlifting?
Yeah. Yep. So they're Paul and Daniel. Henry won't watch this, so we'll have to try and find someone who appeared. There's heaps of cool guys there though, so that's easy.
Just rock up with some calipers.
Yep. We'll find out who has the biggest head in WA powerlifting, and then I'm going to throw it to Marcos. And I'm going to say run with this and see who has the biggest head in powerlifting in all of Australia.
It'll be so interesting.
I am confident I am going to give this a run. I have a fucking big head. It's huge.
We'll find out.
Oh, hang on. Ron. He thinks he's going to win. Pipe down, young fella. I'm Ron Burgundy. He thinks he's got the biggest head. Probably on the end of his hammer. But yeah. So stay tuned for the Bonsoff.
It's still underway.
Oh, it's going to be... God, it's going to be mint.
We're just building the suspense now.
You know what? I reckon it could be someone little. Like, you look at Tyrion in Game of Thrones.
It's a big head.
Huge head on a little dwarf. Ron's a shot.
Yeah.
I have just told him he's no shot and he's a shot.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what I need?
What?
The second install of the Postie Bike Adventures.
Ooh, Western Australia.
Yep.
Recap of Western Australia.
I'm going to have a drink while I enjoy this.
Okay. So it was a sunny Monday.
Jesus.
No, initially it was myself and Gennaro crossing from Bunbury.
But Gennaro is helper, just so everybody knows.
Yeah,
Yep.
he is helper. Crossing from Bunbury, Western Australia to Sydney, New South Wales on a motorcycle, or more accurately a postie bike, Honda CT110. We were waiting on some parts, waiting on some tubes and some other little bits and pieces for maintenance along the ride, but we was waiting. They were due in on the Friday, they didn't arrive, so we waited until Monday, they still didn't arrive by lunchtime, and the weather was just perfect, so we shot off, left Bunbury.
You came and said goodbye.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, that's right.
Yep, we came and said goodbye to the family.
I filmed the departure.
Departure? We'll have to get that.
Yeah, I'll give it to you and we can put it on so everyone can see the departure.
You'll be able to see us leaving in all our glory. And then we shot off towards Lake Grace, Lake King, which is where we were gonna.
Well, which one?
Well, that's in that direction through Darkin out that way.
Yeah.
Trying to get as far as we could in half a day because we were leaving half a day in. We made it to Arthur River where we then camped up.
Oh, nice.
Found a nice little free campsite. It was off the beaten track a bit. It was nice.
So essentially you just pulled to the side of the road.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. That's fair.
Yeah, and then we camped up there. The next morning, unfortunately though, this is when shit started to go a bit south for us, day 2. We woke up to rain. And then we decided, well, fuck this, we're not cooking breakfast in the rain. We packed everything up, shot into Wagen where we had a nice little breakfast. One of our only cooked breakfasts on the trip.
Continental breakfast or buffet?
Big breakfast.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, many eggs, many sausages.
Hang on, can I ask something? There's a lot of like faux pas that have occurred on this trip. What happened with the tent?
Tent? Whose tent?
Or the sleeping bags or something?
Oh, yes. We should discuss this. So, in my wisdom, I purchased a sleeping bag that was rated for a -5 degrees, thinking that that would be sufficient for the crossing on the Nullarbor. It does get cold out there at night. It gets pretty cold. Gennaro, on the other hand, had bought himself a +5 sleeping bag because he thought that was going to be plenty for the
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude. And the sleeping bags were tight. Like, they were cocoons. He couldn't move in there. It was...
Oh, failed, lost it.
Yeah, that was so... Yeah, so that was fun. The first night I was fine. That was lovely. I slept easy in my -5 sleeping bag. Gennaro, on the other hand, froze his tits off. He don't think got a wink of sleep that night.
Well, that's good. He learned a lesson.
Yeah, I think he had all his clothes on, still freezing in his sleeping bag.
What was your preferred method of clothing?
Preferred method? Naked.
You were nude in your bag.
Nude in my bag. I was fucking living the good life.
This is now R-rated.
Yeah. Oh, I was covered.
Got the old Judge crackers out and just jump on in.
Yep.
Okay,
I
can understand that.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's any other way to sleep.
No, I can't let the hammer out.
Can't let the hammer out?
Nah.
Too dangerous?
And I hate having the Jimmy Swaggets out.
Like, stick to the side of your leg?
Yeah. I just wear a pair of boxers, that's it.
I just splay my leg so it doesn't...
Yeah. I've got to share a bed, but
yeah,
with a bed hog. So it's not... If I like creep out of my 10 centimetre space, fucking whack, right on the kisser.
Been there.
Now, well, she didn't tell me about that.
Who? Oh.
Did she? Well, shit. Did my side of the bed smell of me, or? There you have it. Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Now, what got a hole in it because of the exhaust pipe?
His tent. So
Helper or Gennaro?
Helper's tent. His packing method was not standard. He didn't really have a lot of the luggage or equipment to do the crossing because at the end he just took my second postie bike that I just had and he just basically, you'll see the pictures, he's just strapped anything on anywhere he could on the bike essentially.
But he's an amateur, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you find it to be, would you describe his effort there as laughable?
Laughable.
But
it got more and more efficient, his packing method as we crossed.
Well, it's because everything got fucking melted.
Yeah.
He had nothing left.
So yeah, he lost fair chunks out of his tent the first night. Then getting into waging. After our breakfast, we went over to the hardware store where he was able to get himself a new tent.
I would have just got some duct tape. Was that a work, or was it a pretty decent hole?
It was a fairly decent hole. He did do duct tape for that night.
Yep.
But then he just said, no, it's too far gone. Went and bought himself another tent.
Oh, general.
And it was a bit bigger. He didn't fit in his tent that he had originally bought.
What did So
he's literally was feet
he's cocooned in his +5 sleeping bag.
Yeah.
Didn't fit in the tent.
Didn't fit in the
burnt a hole in it.
Yeah.
And got no sleep, all in the first night.
All in the first night. So
what the fuck?
We were on. This was going to be the best trip.
You're laughing. You're set.
Yeah, I was set. I was loving it. I laughed at when I found out about him not being able to fit and how bad he slept. It was hilarious. Got himself a new tent. Got himself a chair. He had bought himself a chair, but the thing had broke before we even left on the trip. Because he's a big boy. The chair was rated for 130 kilos.
He's fine.
Yeah.
And he still fucked it.
Sat in it, bent the fucking peg.
General! Ease up on those big breakfast, mate.
So he ended up getting himself a new tent and a chair when we hit waging. So we were straight into it. And more straps, because he wanted to be able to strap things on differently.
Yeah. Yep.
Helper loves his straps.
That's an eventful day one.
Day two, we hit waging. After breakfast, it was still raining, but we said, well, there's not much we can do. We battle on.
Yep.
But there was also a strong headwind. So, like...
How fast were you going?
We were going as slow as 55 k's that day.
So picture yourself knowing you got to ride to the other side of the country and you're hitting 55 k's and you're like those bloody... You're like Harry and Lloyd Christmas out of fucking Dumb and Dumber on the little scooter.
Fucking oath.
Wow.
Yeah, wowee indeed.
So second day, where'd you finish?
We ended up getting to Lake King. So I don't know if you're familiar with that area. There's those salt lakes.
I am. I've crossed the country 7 times.
That's a few times.
Yes, 7 in fact.
That's more than a few.
Yeah, ironically it is.
Yeah. So as we hit those, that was one of the more interesting things that I wish that I caught on film. Gennaro was in front of me, and he went onto the first, out onto the road that was surrounded by the salt lakes, the first one, and the crosswind that we had over that almost fucking dropped him. He was literally like full tilt on the bike, going straight.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was some pretty intense wind, so I
wouldn't be able to ride it on my bike then.
Probably.
No way.
Our things only weigh 80 kilos. They were just getting thrown around. Like wind was terrible on the posties.
Yeah. That's a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
It's an 80 kilo bike, is it?
80 kilo bike without the load. Interesting story. I'll cut to the Adelaide. We were able to get weighbridge, access to a weighbridge, and we jumped on there, and it turned out that I was weighing about 250 kilos on the bike, and Gennaro was 260 kilos on the bike.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's still not as much as my bike.
Nope.
My bike without fuel is 360 kilos. No fuel, no oil.
That's a couple of kegs.
Yeah, it hits 500 when there's myself, a full tank of gas, and a full oil tank of oil. It's a heavy bastard.
Yeah, that's what was good about the posties.
I suppose they're easy because they're light and easy to manoeuvre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they were fun through corners, especially unloaded. We did a little bit of off-roading.
Oh, excellent.
That was good fun, except when it broke Gennaro's exhaust off, but we'll get to that later.
I feel like we can only fit 2 days at a time in.
2 days at a time? Yeah,
yeah.
Anyway, we made it to Lake King, and that night I froze my tits off as well.
Ah, fuck.
And Gennaro couldn't find any sleeping bags or blankets either, so he froze his tits off as well. It wasn't until day 3 that we were able to acquire more blankets.
You can't go on a trip like this without the acquisition of effective blankets and enough blankets.
Well, now we know.
Jesus. Stay tuned for days 3 and 4. Wouldn't you? I'd want to turn back at that point in time.
Gennaro was, I think, pretty close to wanting to.
I was surprised he got through to day 2. I reckon he would have fucking had the hole in the tent and just gone, nah, I'm out.
Yeah.
He taps out, as he.
He battled on though.
Good on him though. Yeah,
on.
fucking oath, he's both dead. Don't tell him how it ends. Stay tuned.
Haven't seen Helper for a while, have we?
Have not.
Got pretty hungry in the middle.
So the golden chode's effective right now. It's really working itself. It's a chode, so it works itself. The banter between Ash and Ben,
It's getting pretty heated.
it's escalated to the fact that I don't think they're friends anymore.
No.
So
They moved to other sides of the gym.
Ben has gone to train at PTC tonight because he's in Perth.
Is it PTC? I thought he was going.
Oh fuck! I hope that asshole's not gone to
I
PTC.
don't think so.
He fucking better have.
That's what I said.
He better. He'll be there. Either way, he's training in Perth because he finished his course up there today, right? Could have come back to the gym, but said no because Ash was there. What? Ash went to Bali for a week.
Trained while he was
Trained in Bali just to get away. It was a training camp. People don't get how important this award is. This is high stakes.
It is the talk of the town.
There is nothing else happening in Bunbury. I know people will say that nothing happens in Bunbury, but clearly something does because there's the Golden Chode coming up, and we've got an eating challenge tomorrow night. Cafe 140, $20. You just got to eat the burger as quick as you can.
How many gym members have we got going?
I don't know. There's a few gym members going.
Should we have an internal competition?
Yeah, we have to have an internal competition.
Internal competition, the quickest jaw in the West.
That's what it will be. The quickest jaw in the West. I am paying $1.04.
$1.04?
I eat so fast.
Fuck. I like get some money on
I
it.
don't really chew much. No, because you'd have to put so much money on me. You don't back the favourite. I'd put money on someone like.
I like a sure win though.
Yeah, I know, but someone like Amy, you'd be paying $20 because she only weighs 58 kilos. Tiny mouth, she'd be there forever. She'd be paying $40. 50 of them.
Might surprise us.
Put 5 on it. 5 on the nose.
It's worth it.
Yep. So we're going to open a book on that. So far, I know that there's me and you, Helper.
Helper looked pretty keen.
Yeah.
He does like his food.
Dylan, Ash. Because Ash is going, Ben's not going. Mei Ling and Amy are going. Kiara's coming. But she's not going in it, she said.
Oh, no.
Jordan and Jay. So there's 10. Pete.
They're going to have enough burgers?
They're going to have to make some fucking burgers. It's going to be on. It is going to be on. And I feel that if Ash was to get up into the top 3 or 4 in this, that's going to give him some confidence going into the push-pull. People might say, what has eating a burger fast got to do with the push-pull?
They obviously know nothing about powerlifting.
They know nothing about powerlifting or eating or the Golden Chode. You do not know of this award, so you can't comment. I can't wait to reveal it at the comp. Do you reckon Dan's going to be happy that I present it?
Probably not.
We'll present it out the back.
Out the back?
Yeah.
Well, that's where chodes usually.
Chodes hang out the back.
They hang out the back.
Because there will be women and children, and we're respectful people. So we'll do it out the back.
Well, Ben's not.
Ben's not. He's disgusting. He is a pig.
He is a pig.
Yeah. You know what? The more this goes on, the more I'm on Team Ash.
I think.
I don't think anyone's going for Ben.
No.
I don't even think
He's
Ben's
the
going for
underdog.
Ben.
He's the underdog at the moment.
Yeah, I know. See, I reckon PTC will get behind him. Yeah.
Maybe if they buy themselves a new Mercedes-Benz instead of the...
If Dan gets rid of the yuccas, the little lunchbox on wheels, and upgrades even to a C-Class, Daniel.
Italians do look good in Mercedes.
Especially a black Mercedes. I reckon he could put an Italian flag on the back window.
Why not?
Why not? Imagine that rolling into PTC every day. Oh, look better than the blue lunchbox. I'm sure Heidi would like it.
Rocking up on a postie would look better than blue.
Rocking up on a postie would look mint.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know there was a person at PTC after the Perth Cup? This nearly made me declare war. Said I had the dirtiest mullet they'd ever seen.
Isn't that a compliment?
I found it to be a compliment.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about it. That's why war wasn't declared. But then I got told that it was a derogatory comment towards me.
I think that's incorrect. The quality of a mullet is directly related to how dirty it is.
Exactly.
The dirtier the mullet.
And it's not dirty as in unwashed or not clean.
Yeah.
I take great care of this thing. Great care. So, I know who it was too, except I just can't remember. Romany told me who it was. So, I'll be fucking doing some investigation into this, and I'm going to pick up dirt on this person.
Let me watch out. I think there's going to be a few people rocking up with mullets.
Yeah, because we are the mullet kings.
That's Bunbury.
And I am the king of mullets, because I have the dirtiest mullet ever.
According to mysterious PTC.
The mysterious PTC member. Well, yeah. What do you? There's something I want to talk about before we go grow up of the week. That is the importance of equipment in the gym. So we've taken a great deal of pride in purchasing things that are very expensive but are a good piece of equipment.
Yeah.
So like our gym's fitted out with Rogue equipment, Rogue bars, power racks. We've got the monos and the benches through Awesome As. And we've got some of the Liberty benches that we imported from the States, just an incline decline, hammer strength dumbbells, all that sort of stuff. So,
are we going to touch on the monos?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet.
Okay.
They haven't been revealed.
Haven't been revealed.
Not revealed to the public. So, yeah, we've got 3 monos in now, and we need that to be an effective powerlifting gym. Yep. We've got a mixture of Oki, buddy caps, Rogue bars. You know, like we don't have your made in China shit. No offense to the Chinese people and what they make, but it's shit.
Well, we just end up bending them.
They bend straight away.
Yeah.
So, to me, the importance of the equipment really bases, you know, what sort of a gym are you at.
Well, I left my last gym because the equipment was poor.
And the bloke that owned it was a dick.
There's that as well.
Yeah. But yes, you're right.
And I pushed for better equipment, but they never listened to me. So I said, well, I'm going to the best gym in Bunbury because
it's the strongest gym in the West as well.
Yeah, there's that.
Definitely the best gym in Bunbury.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got other gyms, but they're more commercial fitness centres. So we don't have competition as far as powerlifting or any sort of strength training to true strength training. The closest you would come is Stokesy around at Denning Road.
Yeah.
Or Denning Boxing, I should say. Now, he has spent a mountain of money on quality equipment because we've both got the same mentality. You see guys that are training at rec centres, and look, those places have got their spot.
You also look at those rec centres and things and how quickly one that's higher up in quality moves through their gear. They might be buying these cheaper gear, but they're getting rid of it every 12 months.
Yeah. I got lectured for bending a bar once because I was deadlifting with it, and I had to put it down hard because you couldn't grip it. Didn't have a knurling on it. Yeah, it was like a piece of soap.
Yeah.
It wasn't really. It was made of steel. You couldn't get a soap bar. That wouldn't work.
No.
It would break.
And then they wouldn't allow you to use chalk because it makes it.
Yeah, you can't use chalk. Can you do anything?
No.
You basically got to walk in and go and do a Les Mills class.
You can wear stringlets.
Yeah, that's wrong.
You got to wear your lifting gloves.
Yeah, wrong.
You don't want calluses.
Yeah.
And don't forget your straps in your deadlift.
Yeah, and you need to look at yourself for about 20 minutes of your workout time while you're training.
Yeah, it's essential.
In a mirror.
How else are you supposed to make sure your muscles grow?
You don't get bigger and stronger unless you stare at yourself in a mirror and do heaps of curls.
You must have stared a long time then.
Why?
It's fucking huge.
Fucking monstrous, eh? I'll be fucking staring at myself. Gee whiz. So, in essence, I think I read a lot of the stuff that Marcos puts up about what he's got in the gym. I think it's great because it just goes to show that we're serious about what we're doing. You look at the best gyms in each location. To me, PTC's equipment is the best, hands down, in WA. There's not even anything close.
No.
And they are the premier strength gym in Perth. Like, come out of Perth, I don't think there is anyone else who would even come close to the equipment that we have. We've got more than some of the gyms in Perth do.
I know the next best equipped gym in the southwest would have to be personal gyms, like
Like a home gym.
Home gym. Like I know a few powerlifters who have their gear set up at home. Dylan, Justin, both of them have gear because sometimes it's too hard to make it up here. Some of them live too far away.
But we're the best gym, best equipped anyway, by far. And that's why we get, we're now at the stage where we're taking 15 plus competitors to every competition. I don't think there's been a competition since we've been in this location where we haven't taken at least 5 to 6 new lifters to a comp.
And I love the fact that every time we do compete, you'll have 2 or 3 members the next day coming and talk to us like,
that's right.
What do we need to do? Like, how do we get involved?
Yep.
Go speak to the king.
That's me. WBC.
World's best coach.
Yep. And that's why Dan and Paul are going so well, because it's the old saying, you build it and they will come. You build shit and it's going to smell. You build quality and people will attend. So I think that's a huge thing, as well as the atmosphere and the people that are there, the culture that's created. The equipment itself is of vital importance. So,
and the culture behind the gym or the atmosphere in a gym is essential.
We've got the best atmosphere of any gym in the world.
You can come in and you can try your do a 45-minute workout. I can guarantee you won't leave in for 3 hours.
No. This is what we'll do. We'll fucking bar you up. And we'll go do more. You're better than that. Don't be average.
Oh, it's more the fact that I spend 25 minutes plus in between sets talking.
And it's fucking stretching and doing crab walks.
I'd cut that right out.
No, I know, but there was a lot of nonsense happening.
There was.
There's a lot of nonsense. I'm a fan of no warm-ups.
No warm-ups?
Nah, what do you need them for?
Straight to max.
What do you need them for? They're fucked.
I'm going to do some deadlifts after this. I'm just going to go straight out there. 220 kilos for rack.
Can I tell you my gripe of the week? It's this. It's me gripe of the week.
Gripe of the week.
Yeah, you look nervous. Like I'm going to say something you don't like. We've just spent, right? We've just spent
a couple of dollars.
Couple of bucks. So $122 million on a postal plebiscite into gay marriage.
Waste of time.
I couldn't give a flying fuck whether you're gay, straight, bi, pansexual, whatever you want to be. I don't care. Why? What the fuck is it my business who gets married to who? The sanctity of marriage has gone out the window because unfortunately the divorce rate is so high in the Western world. Well, could be anywhere in the world for all I fucking know. I'm talking about stats that I've seen. Western world divorce rates are huge.
Ridiculous.
Now,
1 in 3 fails?
1 in 3 marriage allegedly fails.
Yeah.
Now, look, that's fine. Shit happens. And it's now become more accepted, and there are broken families and all that sort of stuff that comes with it. The bit that I don't get is how come people, they're making all these arguments of fucking religious arguments. Every war in the fucking world has been started on religion. Now, believe in what you fucking want to believe in. Personally, I'm not going to bullshit. I've got no religion. All of my former police forms and all that sort of shit, and no religion. I don't have imaginary friends. So, but people that believe, they can believe. One of my closest mates, Matt, he's absolutely churchy as you get, and that's fine.
Well, and I have no issue with people being religious as long as they don't preach to me. As soon as they start preaching to me...
Well, I don't do it to them.
Yeah.
Oh, in saying that, I did get Jim Jeffries taking the piss out of religion and stick it in Matt's ear the whole time we flew to America. So I kind of was a bit mean to him about it. But anyway, people can do what they fucking want. You can believe in the Lord of fucking flannels if you want to. I don't care. It's just the fact that I can't believe we've wasted so much money, and everybody's getting all excited. They're like, "Oh, this is yes." 61.6% said yes. Wow, that's amazing. Good, that's fucking great. Australia has said yes. 12 million people voted apparently. So it's still going to get through Parliament.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Nothing's finalised yet. That pisses me off, and I believe it's an argument that shouldn't even be there. They just should be fucking signed off, and they can do what the fuck they want.
Yeah, I couldn't care less. What the fuck has it got to do with money?
It's going to be great for
What's it got to do with you?
Can you imagine everyone?
I'm going to become a celebrant.
You're going to fucking rake it in.
I'll be a powerlifting celebrant, and
That's very
I'll
specific.
have weddings for homosexuals in the racks.
That's beautiful.
Yep, that's their arch.
That's beautiful.
Do what I fucking want.
Yeah.
But on a serious note, it's a lot of fucking money that we've wasted.
Yes.
When all you hear about is a shortage of nurses, doctors, police, firefighters, all this crap going on continually. These motherfuckers sit there in their ivory towers and get paid more money than a bull can shit. Hand over fist, more money than a bull can shit. They rot their own systems every day. Private jets, private cars, all this sort of shit. Yet they're willing to then spend another $122 million.
On a question that didn't need to be asked.
And even if it did need to be asked, you're the fucking leaders of the country. Make the decisions. You voted in by the people to make choices, not to keep asking us. You fucking boneheads. But it's really that's just bugged me. You know what's really annoyed me though? I'm happy for them that they've said yes. But what is social media just being ambushed with it?
Oh.
Okay, they said yes. That's good. Let's move on.
What gets me about this
Tell me.
is the fact that 38% of our population that voted said no.
Yeah, but they're allowed to.
They're allowed to, but I just don't understand how someone can be in that frame of mind still. That
You know what I put on my
somebody
form?
doesn't have basic human rights.
You know how I wrote yes or no?
Yeah.
Like you tick yes or tick no. I wrote underneath, I don't give a fuck. And then I sent it back to them. Because I don't. Have it, don't have it, let them get married, don't let them get married. It doesn't affect me in any way in my life. I don't see a reason why we should stop it, because guess what? That also doesn't affect me. If you and Gennaro want to get married, I'll fucking come. I just will. Like to the wedding.
Yeah.
Like I'm not going to... Besides, I've thought about this. So if me and Smallsy bust up,
Yeah.
I'm going to become gay, right? But not practicing. So I'm going to become...
That was
Hi, darling. Jeez, I am under the whip. Like I get pulled into line. I like to pretend that I am in charge. I am not in charge.
Oh, no.
She interrupted the
We know you.
podcast for me to have to wave and blow a kiss. Anywho, yeah, I think I might become gay, but don't actually be gay. I will be, say, married to Gennaro or Helper. So me and Helper are married. So we have pies and hot dogs and beers and watch footy and all that sort of cool shit, right? But then our relationship's open, so we can sleep with who we want. I might sleep with girls. Whoever I want. Whenever I want to.
And you still get to go home every night and have a pint of beer.
Have a pint of beer with my best mate. How good would that be? I can't see the problem.
Huh?
For someone who would be a sexual deviant, Bukes would love to be married gay. Because the gay blokes always hang around with chicks and stuff and get like hot chick mates. So like they could do that and imagine, oh God, he's bad enough as it is. Because you're essentially still a single guy. Wow. Geez, that changed from drop of the week pretty quick
Yeah.
to how you can pull bulk chicks. There you go, young fellas. Trick of the trade out there. Trick of the trade.
Well, they're going to wait until it's legalised first.
But yeah, good call.
It hasn't gone through yet.
Oh, don't worry, we'll know, because every fucking person in the world will make it their fucking screensaver and fucking daily post and Instagram it and all that sort of shit. I'm just a bit over it. I'm happy for it, great. But can we move on?
What gets me more is like when, with this whole social media thing, is when something happens, like a terrorist attack or some disaster, suddenly everybody's making their profile with a little flag on it, or like what happened in France.
France, yeah.
That pisses me off. Like, what's that supposed to do?
No, that's showing support, they think, but it doesn't show support.
Yeah.
It's just an attention-seeking thing.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm pretending to care. Yeah. Go and do a day's service and see how you go. Geez, that sounded a bit like I've done something like that. Kind of, might have, one or 2 days.
1 or 2 days?
Yeah.
Couple of days?
Yeah.
Picked up some trash?
Might have picked up some trash and thrown it out. Yeah, I'll take the trash out.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I've got to put the bins out tonight, Arian.
Don't
I
forget.
fucking forgot last week, it was terrible. Right, so what are we going to finalise with today? We've got to complete the bonds off.
That needs to happen.
Yep. Has to happen. I don't think there's anything else.
We touch base that we're going fortnightly.
We are going fortnightly.
You've gone on your gripe.
Well, it was a weird gripe this week, I thought, because it
Yeah.
wasn't really gripey. It was just more of my point of view.
Yeah.
Just that I don't care.
Let them do what they want. That's
Yeah.
what I say.
All right, well, let's fuck off.
Yeah.
You're going to train, I'm going to go home.
Go do some deadlifts.
You know what? I love the powerlifting family. Stay strong. Peace out. Oh, Ron.
Full strength.
Oh, fuck.
fuck.
Oh, you poor cunt.
A little bit of excitement.